Hello everyone, welcome to Science and Tech series with Dr. Vivek Rana. Topic for today's discussion is from space section. As you could see on your screen, we'll be decoding the term splashdown landings because recently we have seen that Indian born Shubhanshu Shukla has made historic visit to International Space Station and has become second Indian man to reach, you could say, ISS after Rakesh Sharma. So we can say that this is an important space milestone, and any development related to this major milestone hold importance from pre as well as mains perspective. So we'll be trying to decode this term which is making headlines for all the right reasons, because shortly we will see Indian mission Gaganyaan also making a similar splashdown in Indian Ocean. So first and foremost, we have to understand what exactly is the term splashdown means, because once you have launched a spacecraft into space, it has completed its desired objectives and it's re-entering Earth's surface. Even though that itself is a risky maneuver because of high friction, there is a risk of breakdown of heat shield. But once you re-enter your Earth, there are two possible options which you can make, you could say, entry to the earth. The first and foremost and most commonly used happens to be splashdown. So splashdown in simple terms refers to the theme in which a space capsule lands, the spacecraft touches down on a water surface. Primarily it happens to be the ocean bodies. It could be, depending upon which country is launching, like for Indian it could be Indian Ocean, for America it could be Atlantic, Pacific, depending upon which country is launching it. And typically the parachutes are used to reduce the impact, and eventually the buoyancy systems keep it afloat. Buoyancy, we all know, is the Archimedes principle, in which we try to which explains the basically the what exactly are the principle behind floating in a water body. Now, basically, whenever such missions are in news, you have to clarify what exactly is a touchdown or a splashdown. When the space capsule happens to land on a terrestrial, you could say, surface, it is primarily called touchdown. As you could see in your screen, the NS-31 crew mission. Recently, we have seen that some space tourism is on rise. At times, they are landing on the land surface because it's easy for press as well as the other media outlets to cover that theme qualitatively, even though it happens to be a lot of chaotic, there's a lot of, you could say, dust and splash when it makes down. It's even riskier option as well. As compared to the other mission which we are doing, the splashdown in ocean bodies. And these missions are hold definitely a comparative edge over the touchdown mission. So India also, when it is designing Gaganyaan mission, is carefully trying to emulate the similar model of splashdown as compared to touchdown, because we don't have as good memories with the touchdown. Even in the Mars, you could say Chandrayaan 2 mission, when we are trying to hard soft land on the lunar surface, we hard crash. So typically, it's always better to land on ocean surface. We will dwell into that theme even deeper. So once again, reiterating what I said in introduction, that why are we covering this space theme? Because Indian cosmonaut Subhanshu Shukla and you could say the Axiom 4 crew has safely returned after the designated 20-hour journey from International Space Station, and it's a historic milestone. They did a lot of microgravity experiments and all the other life sciences mission, which has helped in better understanding of, you could say, the human parameters. And it's more importantly, it has inspired a generation to opt for a scientific career in research and development. So typically, it landed into the Pacific Ocean, and the module was tentatively named as Crew Dragon, as we had covered in our last lecture as well. So capsules, like, what's important to note is the SpaceX Crew Dragon or India's own ISRO's Gaganyaan mission. These are scientifically designed for recovery of experiments. Typically, that experiment in Indian case is known as CARE experiment, crew atmospheric re-entry experiment as well as recovery experiment. India recently successfully carried out that theme as well, and we were able to recover in record, you could say, few minutes, the capsule once it made a touchdown. So in final slide, we will like to highlight why splashdowns are preferred over the touchdown, because in this given topic the only important thing which needs to be covered from mains, or you could say pre point of view, is why exactly repeatedly majority of space endeavors tend to prefer the splashdown mode over the touchdown mode. The first advantage is that these crew modules, when they are designed, are comparatively simpler to design and comparatively safer as well. So once you are sending some ambitious mission, which is a manned mission, it's important to take the best precautionary principles to avoid any disaster. We have seen some disaster. Even own Indian cosmonaut Dr. Kalpana Chawla lost her life during, you could say, Columbia mission. So typically, since then, lot of missions take extra precaution measures even in the final stages of, you could say, splashdown. So typically, when we compare land and water, water acts as a natural cushion because you could see it reduces impact shock without the need of landing legs or complex system. Otherwise, you will have a more complex parachute system. You will have proper landing system, or there will be some levers which will try to catch the, you could say, crew module theme. The second major advantage which goes in favor of, you could say, ocean or water is the shock absorption phenomena. So typically a question can be framed at what exactly are the scientific themes through which ocean has a distinct advantage over land. So typically we have to pick ocean's high density and low viscosity. Viscosity is, you could say, resistance which is observed in water, similar to what we say like in land, we say there is a friction. So it absorbs landing forces better than a solid ground. Solid ground being a little more rough and little more, you could say, resilient, could be a problematic theme to understand. Then coming to the fewer precision demands. So technically, as we have highlighted in the first statement as well, such missions, unlike land, they offer vast open area. There is no limit of, you could say, some tragedy unfolding, or we have seen at times when such missions are executed, they may land in some, you could say, a territory which is not according to our comfort, and there could, even if there is a worst case scenario in some mishap or something, so it's always preferred ocean or water bodies because they are not inhabited. So typically that makes lot of sense why we prefer Bay of Bengal for our launch experiments, and our own launch spaceports like Sriharikota, Tuticorin, Thoothukudi, which are being developed, are based on similar thought process. Then coming to cost effectiveness, it avoids infrastructure like runways, airbags, retro propulsion systems. So it significantly reduces overall cost of the mission even in these things. So even though there's a lot of budget which is invested for such mission, still you have to be extra cautious if there is a possibility of cost benefit analysis which goes in a low cut mission. So you should ideally go for. And then coming to safety part, water slows down impact, minimizing injury risk, and you could say the equipment as well. It's always a better opportunity that it can be reused for multiple launches. India is also exploring the reusable launch vehicle technology lately. It is tentatively called Avatar, or you could say Pushpak. So indirect way we can say because typically in the touchdown mission there is lot of wear and tear, a lot of additional cost is incurred on repairing to reuse again. So it makes a lot of sense that if you are planning to relaunch, if it's the first or second launch with that particular capsule, it will always better to reuse multiple times, and ocean or the, you could say, water surface will be the better one for this payloads. And finally, with the compatibility issues, most of the modern return capsules, we have given exhaustive list of light from Orion, Dragon, Gaganyaan, are scientifically or specifically built for the splashdown. So you cannot bypass the original design just for the sake of the landing at the last minute. So typically, once the mission is planned and you have chosen the designated spacecraft, it's clearly understood that this mission is going to end more or less on the spacecraft, the theme in the ocean path. So overall, we can say this is a quite a basic thing which you should be able to link, because it will make headlines shortly when India plans to launch its ambitious first ever manned mission Gaganyaan, which will carry 3 cosmonauts in in space, even though we will not be traveling to International Space Station because we are not officially part of it. But yes, it would be a major stepping stone and it will be a historic movement when Shubhanshu Shukla once again would be part of that crew and he will make headlines for all the right reasons. So we can say it's a important milestone in space endeavor, another small step which helps in conquering our space endeavor. So we'll be back soon with another science and tech video. Keep following for more updates. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.